once Aaron Glenn kind of interviewed, and obviously I don't know if many people know the backstory, but Aaron Glenn was drafted by the Jets, was a very, very good player with the Jets, and then went on to Houston. So that story is quite nice from like a personal, I suppose, emotional side of his homecoming, and he's repeatedly said how he's emotional at the homecoming, and like the fact that he's like a Jets head coach is so amazing to him. So it's nice to see that passion. With that in mind, being a head coach is completely different than a coordinator's job. Look at Robert Saleh, for example. I have no doubt he's going to lead San Fran to one of the best defenses in the NFL. He's an amazing defensive coordinator. He was not an amazing head coach. And that's not to say he's not talented or like, he can't lead a defense. He just lacked that, whatever it is, just lacked that leadership, that organization, that accountability, that hopefully Aaron Glenn's the opposite. Granted, Detroit's defense wasn't great, but if you see the amount of injuries last year, not excusing it, obviously crashing out the playoffs the way they did, is that a cause concern? A little bit. But I do really like the hire of Steve Wilkes. I think that's a fantastic hire for the DC side of things. He'll be running the defense. Aaron Glenn himself has said he's not going to call plays. That's going to be on Steve Wilkes, which I really like that decision. His offensive coordinator, Tanner Engstrand, from, I believe he was passing game coordinator in Detroit. Not a left field one because of obviously that Detroit connection, but he's young. He's never called plays at the only professional level, I believe, is in the XFL or UFL, whatever it was, before the merger, and then in college. So a little bit of an experience, maybe more so of a worry than the defensive side of things. But from what I've heard, Aaron Glenn is very different to Robert Saleh. It seems like he's not taking no nonsense, which I get. Again, you can talk a good game. It doesn't matter if you don't get wins. So I am happy with the hire, first of all. I think it was the best out of the rest once Ben Johnson had no intentions but going to Chicago. And I think if there's anyone to change the culture, I think it's him. And if he doesn't, then I don't know where we go from here. So yeah, I'm happy. It seems good vibes at the minute, good energy, but I do appreciate we haven't yet got into the autumn where games and kicking in, and it's all good vibes at the moment. So yeah, again, cautiously optimistic, not too optimistic, because ultimately it's the Jets.